Hello everybody, my name is Jeffrey Blight and we're here tonight for the start of Fight Night 168. Introducing tonight's first former European champion, Warrior G, accompanied by Jeffrey Blight. Who else could that be? It's strange actually, why is he even there? Because my name is Jeffrey Blight, but I'm just your commentator for tonight. That's a different one. And of course he is the owner of the company. But Warrior J, after a great start last week by defeating Jaden Shadow, good return for him to the scene. And now let's see, I've been informed that he wants to have a microphone, which we of course will give him. And let's see what he's got to say. That's what I'm curious about. What could anybody want? Many things could want. But yeah, awesome. Thanks everyone for joining in. Warrior J, let's see what he's got to say. It's an honor to be a part of the return of RFPW. Before it went off the air, I got injured during training. When Jeffrey knew of this, I asked to keep it secret. He said, stay at the card, don't risk your career. Don't do it. I knew he was looking out for me and would put me back on as soon as I was back healthy again. I got medically cleared just after they took RFPW off the air. Well, that's of course a bit of a bummer there. So as RFPW returned, I laced up my boots, got to training, and I'm fit to compete, as you could have seen. What's a better return than to grant a favour to Jeffrey by becoming a member of Dutch Power? Whoa, news there. It has to be, because we've been great friends for a while. I was devastated that RFPW stopped. I never competed in the ring outside of RFPW. This is my home. Jeffrey Blight befriended me, making me a stake when I was injured. So here's to Jeffrey and to RFPW. But let's see who's going to be that challenger then. Okay. Hype show? What? Okay. Okay. For sure, I thought this was going to be Jaden Shadow, because that's usually how he works. But apparently not here tonight. Apparently. Yes, this is actually true. It's going to be Dan Masters. Here's the return to the ring tonight, accompanied by Damien Valentine. Valentine last week in that fatal four-way for the Unified European Championship. That didn't go out according to plan. But Dan Masters, for sure, is ready to rock and roll. But of course, I think this is going to be a change of plans here, because Warrior J now part of Dutch Power. Later on, of course, the RFPW for champion Rick Kurvers in action in that main event. But with the addition of Warrior J, they have options to vie for those tag team titles as well. So let's see what that will bring to them. As this match has gone off to a good start. Warrior J, of course, very agile. Very speedy as well. So come to mind, what could happen here tonight? Is Blight and Valentine looking on? Question is, will we see interference by any of both? A nice suplex there, bridges into it, and looks like he's going to deadlift him into another, crossway suplex. Warrior J already teasing to the crowd, and I can understand that, because last week he won. He might make it 2-0, and that is very, very beneficial for the Order of Merit this year. Of course, that Order of Merit available on a website as Warrior J welcomes Dan Masters into the ropes. That Order of Merit consisting of how much money earned, and at the end of the year, who's got the most points for that World Championship reign. Who will become that 2021 World Champion? Dan Masters. Now with the cover. Oh, not enough yet. Last week, of course, Dan Masters defeating Jeffrey Blight in that 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules match. So anyone who is going to come up winning here will be 2-0 for the start of the season. And that is definitely what you want in order to qualify for that first Wrestling Grand Prix coming up shortly. With the Wrestling Grand Prix of the Netherlands, where you can earn those points for the World Championship. Masters now quite a lot of trouble here. Packaged. Slammed down. by Warrior J there. Oh, Tit Cat. That's close, of course, but never mind what's going to happen next. It's more important. Who's going to keep that momentum? Fireman's Curry Stunner. Or Cutter, I should say. And Warrior J wins, as Damien Valentine wasn't even looking on. But that's a defeat editing him. Warrior J, now part of Dutch Power, goes 2-0. Who knows, will Warrior J and Jeffrey Blight be vying for the tag team titles, which are later on the line against Prestige? Maybe the Rainbow Lollipops think differently, but we can say that the hype show, now with Dutch Power, the tag team scene heating up. Dutch Power +1 in membership as well, so you can't blame anyone that this faction, including the owner of the company, they really want to vie for something here. Will it be titles? Will it be control? Will it be much more? But before we go there, we've got more coming your way. And it seems like we're waiting because I've been informed differently about this. But we'll check. We're back in Amsterdam Netherlands in the Ziggo Dome for fighting on episode 168. This is not what was advertised earlier, so we'll have to check what's going on there. But introducing first, he is currently not ranked because he's actually returning. I thought he was already on the card last week, but he wasn't. He is from Manchester, England. And ladies and gentlemen, he is a former RFPW EFET World Champion and the EFET European Champion. He gives you some poetic justice in the end. Is Justice Stone. Welcome back. It's been a while, of course. He had to go away also due to injury at the end of last season, just like Warrior J. And definitely things are going to spiral out of control here tonight with the return of this powerful human being. I had to say powerful one more time, because he definitely can knock you out if you don't pay attention. So it's a question of how long his opponent will last. Because I've been misinformed and we'll have to check what happened down there. Because something happened and we're not sure what happened here, because it says John Woods, but I've been informed differently about a debut time here tonight. So just have to check what the latest call is, because everything can change. Is always subject to change for many other reasons. Question is, who will be that opponent of Justice Stone? I'm not too sure actually. Yes, as I thought it would be, and who it should be. Exactly. He's the man from Detroit, Michigan, making his debut tonight in RFPW. It's Johnathan Reid. How come I got mistaken? John Woods is unavailable here tonight, and he will be back next week. And I've been informed that he will be going one-on-one with Jeffrey Blight. So that is the exclusive for next week. But it is good to see Justice Stone back, a debutant here tonight in Johnathan Reid. Both heavyweights, so this is going to be strong, hard-hitting power. Let's just find out who's going to come in quickly and who might absolutely destroy their opponent. Someone's getting fired in production for that one. I think the owner, even Jeffrey Blight, because he also does the editing, made a slight mistake there. So I don't think you can fire him. But somebody else should have checked upon that. Should be fired. But again, that was also Jeffrey Blight, so that's not going to happen. Oops. But Johnathan Reid is here. Woods has got a match against that very same Blight next week. So let's see what will happen there. Justice Stone returning. Johnathan Reid debuting. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. And we're on the way. Oh, a takedown with the... Oh, that... I couldn't tell whether that was the inside of the legs or whether that hit harder. But it would be painful. And it wouldn't be RFPW without some form of botch, our audience says, and that is absolutely correct. It always has to be some way, shape or form. Otherwise it's just not us. Stone takes him down on the back. Slam onto the knees. That is very painful. Oh gosh, that is really hurtful there. That's just the way it is. And that's just how painful it can be. And what more is going to come your way, ladies and gentlemen? We've got a lot more scheduled for you here tonight on Fight Night. And now just the way it is. Oh, a huge suplex there. And I will also be informing some new things here. But if you want to check out the match card, check it out on our website. It's the most easy way to find all information. Next to rfpw.efed.weebly.com. You can also check out our wiki, which is linked, which has basically everything you need to know about RFPW in a nutshell. Every opportunity, every championship, every wrestler is listed on there. Oh, huge knee there by Stone as we're on the outside, of course, as you can see it. Now he's going to hook him up, hoist him up. Oh, sheer power there, and that's landing harshly on the canvas of the stage ramp. Key question is, how long will they last? It's just painful to watch at times. And now a takedown by the legs. Will they beat that counter though? That's what I'm wondering. Already up quite a feed there, just very, very close. That would be a shame if it ended like that. Oh, he's into the ropes now. Johnathan Reid. High kick with a knee. Wonderful display there. Stone fighting back. This is what we know from him in his run and 10 years as the RFPW, EFED and European champions. Stone sizing him up. Oh, look at that. But Reid, out of nowhere, gets back in it. And that is something new, which I haven't seen in quite a long time. Now goes to the cover. Is that it? No, it's a 2 count. But it was very damn close. That's what I can tell. And now look at him. Oh no. Reid. Fascinating move there. 2 count. The double under brain busted right there on display. That is very painful. Looked to be a low blow as well, I have to agree. Hoisting him up now. Oh, just lets him fall down. But as again, Stone, you can never count or rule him out. Can be grueling. In the meantime, we've got a Tank Rule Bite page for the new follow. As well as the one they call Manners and Roy Pierce. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. Stone is back. Oh, 2. I thought that was it for sure. It isn't, but it looks so damn close. Jesus. But now, look at it. Wow! What a clothesline right there. 1, 2, again 2. Oh, how close can he get? Still now looking to finish us up. It must be. for sure. Huge kick again across the face. 1, 2, 3. What a matchup that was, regardless the winner. But we have one right here. Absolutely incredible work there by Johnathan Reid on his debut. Got to compliment him as well. But Justice Stone is returned in full health condition and he's back. What an interesting matchup there, and I doubt that is going to be the last for Johnathan Reid. What an impressive debut. And there will be a lot more coming for him in that European Championship division that is being set up right now. What a predecessor that is for the rest to come tonight. That is for sure. Yes, and you can be happy with that one, Stone. And there's news to come your way, because Justice is definitely one, because he's never had his rematch for that RFPW Championship. Still got that clause. Let's see what happens later on tonight. Next up, it's women's division action. And what better way than to continue here in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, with a dancing diva from Rio, Brazil. She is not ranked currently, but for sure she will be soon. She's a former 2-time Women's Tag Team Champion and a former 123-day reigning Women's Champion, Mercedes Ricci. Yes, it's been a while now, but let's welcome her back. What an interesting night this is turning out to be. And we're all welcoming back these very, very interesting people. And of course, a former women's champion, former 2-time women's tag team champion. She's got experience. But we've also got a debutante here tonight. And anything can happen. So I'm pretty convinced that this is going to be something else. And she can be happy with anything that's going on here. Because there's a lot to come away. Bam! Is that enough? I think it is. Should be right. But now, her opponent is coming their way. It's not going to be an easy one. I've seen her backstage. She's impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, making her debut here tonight. From Dallas, Texas, Peaches. And this lady looks like she's dressed to kill. But in this case, is ready to get that pinfall going. Oh boy, I doubt this is going to spell trouble even for the new women's champion, Kimberly Blight, which was crowned last week. This is not going to be easy for Ricci, veteran or not. Peach has been around for a while, several promotions, light at her feet, or late at her feet, should get the right verb there. Let's see what happens here tonight between Ricci and Peaches. There we go. Ricci takes out Peaches from the start, and I guess she's going to have to wear her out. Question is, how is the resilience, how is the endurance of Peaches? New competitor to us. So let's see what she can prove here tonight. It should be good for sure. Ricci now. Looks to take it down with a neck breaker. But definitely really did more damage to the jaw there. Question is, how will Ricci follow up on it? I guess that's the most important question. Can she keep that momentum to do damage? But there it's Peach is already taken over. Pushes her back into the corner. It's gonna take her down face first. Gosh, the strength. That's something I've not seen in quite a long time. We should be going back into Piper Niven or Jessie Garvey. Even though ODB is the first women's champion, one of the first. But Peaches is one of those new grand competitors. Didn't catch that actually. Did the ref do a bitch slap? I couldn't see it. I missed that. Peaches now pummeling the face of Ricci. Ow! And so did Peaches do a slap there. Clearly visible there. Now a jawbuster of Peaches of her own. A high kick now. Oh my goodness. She's definitely taken over. Look at that. There's a bio-hard, as she calls it. Variation of the cactus driver. What is next? Look at that. Ouch. Already got some of my own, so no need to. Look at that. Oh my goodness. How is Ricci still going? It can't be too long anymore. Ricci is hanging in for dear life there. She's fighting back, but how long will that last? Cannot last too long. Heavily impressed here by Peaches. Ricci now though with a 1 count, might that be enough? No, 1 count, of course not. Gonna take a lot more to keep her down, I guess. Oh my goodness. What a takedown. Look at that. Wow. Lovely drop kick there. But look at that torque. Will Peaches have to submit there to Ricci? She's known to be a submission specialist, but this is a whole different ball game. Look at that lovely up toss there. What will happen next? Look at that. Oh gosh. What a suplex. And look at this. Oh goodness me. What a drop. Pink print she calls it. And it's a 2 count. Grand performance there by Peaches. Oh no. Oh god. That is the pink print, I'm afraid. Have to correct that, but Peaches wins this matchup. What a grand debut for her. Good night, Mercedes Ricci. Guess that might have bruised some ribs there. Joiks. There's the new future of the women's division. It just might be, as a crowd indicates, but look at that. That splash was... if you didn't think that was enough, that huge pink print, that's all it took. Wow. Peaches is your winner. And next up, we will be seeing Roy Pierce against Jaden Shadow. But of course, we invest a lot of time. We only will not ask you money, but we will ask you to watch this short ad. We'll be right back. And for those with the Twitch primers or watching on YouTube, you can see what's going on. And coming up next is Roy Pierce against the reborn Jaden Shadow. It's gonna be a new thing coming your way. We are back in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. What an amazing fight night this is. And for those watching live in the Ziggadam in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, or watching across the world on Twitch and YouTube, let's introduce this man. Last week, he lost the Blitz Showdown Championship in the unification matchup, but he's back here tonight. Because it should be, because he's a grand opponent. Everybody knows him. He's from Allentown, Pennsylvania of the United States of America. He's the former 3-time RFPW champion and the longest reigning Blitz champion. It's Roy Pierce. Grand champion of his own as well. And tonight he's going to face a man he's faced before. And he loves to beat him. But you'll see who that is, of course, coming up next. Last week, devastation. What will happen this week? Will he be able to get there where he needs to be? Cause, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he's normally the production truck demolisher. But tonight he's going to behave just like last week. So that's wonderful. From Sacramento, California. He's a former RFPW champion, global champion, and back when we had a belt for it, in the years that we didn't have a ranking, world champion, Jaden Shadow. Last week, this man returned and he lost in the opening match to Warrior J. And he's looking to be reborn. So let's see what he can come up with tonight. Well, I'm just happy he's not demolishing anything, because now it's in his contract that he can't or just face consequences. So, and he's the only one with that contract, of course, because nobody else breaks our stuff. So that really helps. Thank you. But Jaden Shadow is back. And the only question I can have is, how long will it be before we see this guy back at the main event? Because he is the main event material. So is Roy Pierce. But we don't have to forget that this man really held the RFPW title for quite some time. And how long? Because I know you're all such a fan of statistics. You stat maniacs. How long has he held that championship? I know, we're gonna get there. It's actually quite short, if not mistaken. Did he even hold it? Yes, he did. 53 days in one single reign. That's not gonna put him on top, but it's definitely longer than most reigns, so you can be happy about that. But less than 2 months. Just to clarify, our longest reigning champion, Rick Kurvers, tonight in action, 571 days in 2 reigns. It's quite a difference. And for the record, how long Roy Pierce? Quite a while. 119 days over 3 reigns and 358 days as a Blitz champion. Of course, long time not defended. Jaden Shadow seems to be a little bit rusty. Roy Pierce was as well, as he was the first one eliminated last week. But there's a huge torque on the arm stretch. That is quite painful. One there. Needs to be done a little bit more if you want to get to that victory. Ouch. What a huge throw. If you're not following us yet, please make sure to do so by hitting that follow button. As well as much more you can find below. Our website, our wiki, our Twitter. Basically everything you need to know. Keep supporting us by visiting the website to check out our ads. Watch the ads on Twitch. Please don't use an ad blocker. Support us for all the thousands of hours of work. Check out our archives on the YouTube channel. And if you really feel like it, a donation is always welcome. It helps us to cover our yearly expenditures for a game capture card, our website, basically everything that we do. So thank you very much again for always checking in. Jaden Shadow is getting slow momentum. Look at that kick to the neck area. If that goes really wrong, it could paralyze somebody. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Of course, these are trained professionals, so don't try it at home school or anywhere else. Pierce now really in trouble in this corner. Hoisted up by Shadow. Oh no, look at that. Yes, of course he's going to go for the cover because that is so painful. Right up after this, we've got the tag team champions, the Prestige in action against the Rainbow Lollipops, and I've been informed some strange noises are coming from there, and you never know what that means with those two. Oh, right, Pierce splaying to Jaden Shadow. Just what happened last week against Warrior J. He looked to have the upper hand, but then it all changed momentum. Pierce now, huge running knee into the face of Shadow, and that's going to be felt for days. Look at those elbows. He's still going, still going, still going, still going, and still going. That must be a perfect 10 elbows. Oh, what a slam to the canvas. Apparently those noises can be described as ooh, ah. Procedure is going to be ooh, ah. Okay. Again, you don't know what I could mean, but I could take that as many ways as M2, and I don't know if I like all of them. Right, Pierce now in the ropes. I mean, put in Jaden Shadow ropes. Look, and pull that arm. And now look at Code Breaker. But Shadow's still in it. Oh, 2 times. Nice shoulder block. Follows through with a huge kick. Into the corner now. Boxing his way through. But, oh no, he's trying to choke out the air. I think that might be a smart strategy, but will it grant him the victory? I'm not too sure. Ouch. 1. No, 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 no. Not yet. It's not over. Many things still left in store. And that's a huge takedown. Yes, question is, what's happening next? Takedown by Jaden Shadow. And that's it. Shadow pulls off what he forgot to do last week. And wins here tonight. And that means Roy Pierce loses twice. One after another. Painful there for this man. But that is the way it is. And again, anything can happen at any given time, so be prepared for what is all coming your way. But just gotta be happy with a good result. And Jaden Shadow is your winner. Because there are many who would like to vie and face Jaden Shadow, but tonight that is how it's looking like. But next up, the Tag Team Championships are on the line. But we're now gonna come to that. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, they are the challengers. They are the Rainbow Lollipops. And I have to keep them apart, but I can't. I just can't figure these two out. I can't even remember the names. So, but the Rainbow Lollipops, they are just so bizarre. We're just gonna have to figure out what it's gonna take for them tonight to try and beat the Prestige. Good questions there. And it just, sorry, it just happens at times. I know the one with the rainbow hair, it's Will Play It All. The other, I can't remember. I'm just clueless. Will Play It All, and was something with a J. Gosh. But you can't remember, as you always just see them as the Rainbow Lollipops. So, doesn't really matter as long as the Rainbow Lollipops have a good opportunity. Tonight they will, and Jack Butner, yes, that is him. Absolutely. Thank you very much for, to the live crowd paid attention. But they are having a troublesome task here tonight against Philip Sheffield and Matt Bailey. Yes, I think that's correct. Against the Prestige. Oh god, it's that time of year again where we forget names. But keep in mind we're just recently returned. But of course, Prestige, that's their first title defense in also over, I guess, a year. They won from the Hype Show back in 2019, or 2020 actually, by on the 10th of April at Nightmare's decision from the Hype Show. Also held the title for nearly a year. So you can't blame them after that. So welcome everybody across the world for this Tag Team Championship matchup. It's gonna be grand. But these two are relentless. They really, really don't want to give in. And they absolutely do not want to lose those tag team titles to any team actually. So the question is, what will happen next? So Jack Butner against Philip Sheffield here. And of course, RFPW always there to show some pride. Doesn't matter if it's June, July, December, August, March, February. Of course, this month is very special, but pride is always, every single second that exists. You gotta show your pride, and so do we. From owner to wrestlers, it's 365, and that is an amen. Philip Sheffield now looking to talk. Oh, Jack Butner gets it done. That's gonna do some pain. And in words of somebody who once said this, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in the chat? Oh, nice drop kick there by Butner. Tag team champions seem a little bit in trouble. Oh, on the ropes. Butner definitely feeling that power. Joinks. That's a jaw buster, and that's going to inflict some pain. One. Oh, Jesus. That looked painful. And that is the way it is. Oh, no. This could go wrong. And it does, because Jack Butner is being attacked by Matt Bailey, the illegal partner. Not too sure whether that is the way they want it to go, but that is the way it is right now. Oh, okay. And if you are not following us yet, make sure to do so by hitting that follow button below the stream. Cover now from the Prestige. And Will Playdoll breaks it up in time. Because otherwise, we could have already seen the Prestige retaining. Now a huge suplex. But I'm happy everybody's here. And I hope we're all feeling fine here tonight. Of course, still that main event coming your way. And Jack Butner is definitely fighting back. But there's much more coming your way. Oh, great double team there by the Rainbow Lollipops. But you never know what is happening. Anything can change at any given moment now. Will Playdoll takes him down. And now, Will Playdoll, what is he going to go for next? Knees snap to the abdomen. Lovely again with that huge backflip involved in the combination. 1, 2, 2. That could have been it. Now Lollipop to the top rope. That's a harsh crash landing. I know he's waiting. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. And I'm not sure whether it's very smart either. To start taunting now. And Will Playdoll now. Again. Will he try to go for that cover? It's mandatory if you want to win this title. As this championship match specifically cannot be won by anything other than pinfall or submission. Playdoll now into the corner. Try to tag. him in, but it didn't work out that way. Play it all now on the rope. But takes Philip Sheffield back. Cover now. Bailey's gonna interfere, but it's not enough. It's only a 2 count. Could have easily changed that, but it's, as far as it is, it's not there yet. And look at that. Oh, that's painful. DDT there from the knee stance. And now it's a flurry of offense here. Face first for play it all. Could that be the cover? It's slowly heating up. The arena's slowly heating up. 2 count for the Prestige. Illegal partners have to stay out of the ring. Ref seems to be hit by something. I couldn't tell what it was. But slowly we're getting towards that very ending. And out of the corner, play duel. Canis goes over the rope. How will this end? To the outside we go. And of course the referee has to start the count. 1. It's taken out to stop the pin. Could be, I missed that, but good attention always of our crowd. Oh yes. We're seeing a lot of people here tonight, so thank you very much all for tuning in. Oh no! He looked to be playing there, but he's absolutely great at acting. Well played all. Yes, we need you back, mate. Butner now. We have Bailey on the outside. Referee has to start the count again at 10. That is it. Great. Consider fast and just return. But who am I? But that would be great. You can use the many. But on the outside, things are not going well for the Prestige. And damage is being done by just smashing him repeatedly. Look at that, into the steps now. Lollipops much better than before he went off the air around a year ago. But the problem is, they're running out of time. And they win via count out. No titles won. And destination is unknown just for them as they pay-per-view returns on Sunday, June 25th, 2021. Put it in your calendars. Check out the planning on Twitch. And make sure to get notified when we go live. A new logo might appear somewhere, but this is the one we have for now. Destination unknown returning to pay-per-view in just about 3 or 4 weeks time. So the Rainbow Lollipops not going anywhere, but that won't be the last of the tag team division and a tag team championship scene, of course. But we're back in Amsterdam, the Netherlands for your main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, crowned last week. It's getting surreal. It's getting a little bit dark in here. Last week, this man defeated Lance Romance for the RFPW Fed Championship, and he starts his third reign here tonight as champion. The longest reigning EFED champion at 571 and out plus days from pounding in the Netherlands. It's the RFPW EFED champion Rick Kurvers. And to answer the question that's being asked, did the Rainbow Lollipops become new champions? Not yet. Because we had a rule in place that cannot and disqualification let your title change. But that won't be the last of them. That for sure won't be the last of them, because this whole month of June is gonna stay very long. So follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube to check how that's gonna end. Possibly a destination unknown for those tag team titles. But Rick Kurvers tonight, the RFPW Fed champion, the longest reigning in history, no doubt about it. His third reign starts here tonight. For those wondering, who's the second longest reigning in history? That, ladies and gentlemen, is Lance Romance at 371 days, Emil Stucci 166, and Axel Jr. at 152, now known as Marcel Bartel. So you know who we're talking about. Grand champions before: Joel Redman, Joe Coffey, Matt Riddle, Kip Sabian, Jordan Devlin. Need I go on? Matt Seidel even. Kyle O'Reilly. But now Rick Kurvers is the longest reigning RFPW for champion, and it's going to take a very long time before anybody will be able to touch that again. And tonight he's going to have an opponent who's ready, willing, able. And he showed it last week by defeating John Woods, which is no easy feat at all. He's coming a long way. He's just come back from his flight once again. He likes pizza because he's the man from Milan, Italy. Mike Zandalini. Buonasera, Italia. But Mike Zandalini, he promised that he was going to deliver his worth. He did last week. And tonight he's getting that opportunity against Rick Kurvers. What an amazing feat would that be for defeating the current and new RFPW for champion. He's not had a lot of matches in RFPW, but he's ready. He's willing. He's strong enough. And he's got the charisma to speak. And boy oh boy do they look similar. I just can't help it. They just look similar. But yeah. Well. Question is, who's going to win this matchup? Who's going to win this main event of the evening? And here we go. Kurvers and Zandalini. Suplex from Kurvers. Wonderful display there. Oh, lovely elbows to the top of the head. To this cranium of Zandalini. But he's fighting back. Kurvers is an absolute powerhouse. But look at that. Zandalini. Wonderful slam there to the canvas. Just a one count though. He's done beautifully. Not much more you can say about that cover. No, didn't work out. Now there's many ways you can go. Zandalini, ooh, try to clothesline him down. Kurvers just kept standing. Like nothing even happened. Brainbuster now. Looks like Zandalini might be out with a concussion there. Let's see if he can actually continue there. DDT, and that's going to not really help to cover that headache up tomorrow for the upcoming week. Huge kick now. This is looking to put more damage and momentum to this very serene start of Kurvers. Something's happening here and I cannot tell. Okay, everything's back. Something just happened with our systems and they just come back, so we're still alive. And that's good news, because Kurvers is mauling Zandalini. Last week it was a good display of power. Zandalini now with a counter. Can he make that work? Look at that! Strange offensive maneuver. But it's not doing its work here. It could get a ref stoppage. It might be. Depends on if Zandalini can continue. He's gone to the outside and that's only more dangerous. Oh, and another kick now to the back of the neck. Very, very painful. Ouch. And for those watching live on Twitch, we'll have a short after show, of course, after a short ad break. So make sure as we stick around to discuss the news and the new stuff going on in RFPW and all around it. For those watching YouTube or watch us live on Twitch, check out our Twitter when we go live. And make sure to subscribe for more shows. Oh, close for Kurvers there. Not enough yet to win. But a champion putting on a display there. And we have an exclusive match update for next week. That is what I can tell you. Ooh, ouch. It just looks painful and there's not much you can add to it. It's just that it is painful. Ouch. Zandalini is really going for it. He's trying to get to 2 count. That could have definitely changed a lot of stuff up there. But so far it stays the same. But Zandalini, wonderful slams there. But Kurvers definitely going into it. Oh no, it's changed it up. F5. 1, 2, 3. Champion out of nowhere ends the match. What a wonderful display. Not much more that I can say to that. Looked to be easy, it wasn't. And that's just the way it is. Thank you very much for tuning in for Fight It on the YouTubes. As known now on Twitch, we'll be going out for a short live after show, so stick tuned for that as we discuss all the latest updates regarding the return of RFPW. Rick Kurvers is your winner as the RFPW Fed Champion. Beats Mike Zandalini after winning the title last week. Next week, he will defend that title. For YouTube, you will find out next week who that's going to be. Stick tuned on Twitch to find out who that is. Thank you very much for watching Fight Night. My name is Jeffrey Blight, and we'll see you back next week. Good night.